Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing fantastic. Yes, I'm back with another one, and I usually say it's a big one, but this one is a big one. This is a really big one for both teams, but we'll get right into that. But before we do all of that, please guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yes, let's have a moment. We really need to think about this one because the team is all over the place. And let's get right into it. So, Man United, suffering Man United visit Stamford Bridge this weekend. I mean, I definitely think we can win this one. But before I get into all of that and deep dive into that, it's we have to look at both teams and what's going on right now. Obviously, with Man United, with the firing of Oli, makes it a bit harder. Maybe Carrick or I don't know, whoever's in charge, he might make it harder for us. Who knows? They're missing Varane, they're missing Maguire through suspension, and it's just, that backline could be fragile, but Eric Bailly is really good. So who knows? And it's going to be one of those matches where we cannot take our opponents for granted. It is Manchester United after all. Cristiano Ronaldo is in that team, so things might be looking better for them, and for them moving forward. Maybe they have that new manager bounce. Who knows? Maybe that's a thing for them, but he's like an interim manager. I don't know, caretaker man. Anyway, it's a lot. There's a lot going on. Some of us, when we fire coaches, we have a plan on how to move forward. So anyway, but that's not the point. I think this weekend it's going to be about how we do in front of goal. I think defensively will be great. I think with the team that Thomas Tuchel is going to put out, even though we're missing Ben Chilwell, I think what we're going to miss from Ben Chilwell the most is more of an attacking sense than it is a defensive one. That's why I think on that left, it might be very interesting, but it depends on how United go. Obviously, Ronaldo is going to start, but is he going to play Sancho and Rashford, or is he going to mix it up? I honestly have no idea. But looking at Chelsea's team to play against Manchester United, we have to have, the three up front need to be clinical. Obviously De Gea, he's been saving United a lot of the time, so he's on form, he's doing things, he's on point, kind of like Mendy is, but not as well. But it's important for us to be very clinical in front of goal, and I think with the likes, looking at Pulisic against Juventus, he didn't really give off, he didn't really scare the back line. I mean, there was no movement. He was very static. He couldn't move. I mean, it's not his natural position, understandably, but there was nothing to kind of tell us that, okay, you know what, he should be playing in this position again. Luckily, Kai Havertz is fit to play. Thomas Tuchel mentioned in the press conference that he's ready to go, that he could start. We have Timo Werner back. We have Lukaku, who was on the bench against Juventus. After the Juventus game, he did some warm-ups and stuff at Stamford Bridge, so he looked like he was almost getting back to that 100%. And also, there's the argument that we might play better without Lukaku in the team, which is sad, but it is. It kind of might be a reality. I hope it's not. I hope that he comes back into the team and he proves himself and he scores the goals that we need him to. Obviously, when he came in, he started very well. And then for 7 games before he got injured, things didn't work out for him. He wasn't scoring. And it's not like he wasn't, there weren't attempts and he wasn't doing anything at all. I mean, he had a goal ruled offside. He had a bunch of different situations happen to him where, it could have been a goal, but, the rules. So it's important to have him back. I think him coming back in a match like this, obviously he has something to prove to the Man United fans that shunned him, at his time there when he, all the media was talking bad about him, and obviously went to Italy, did what he did, and now he's back. And I think games like against Man United are the ones where he kind of wants to prove himself the most. But I'm not sure if he is at the point to start. I don't think Tuchel wants to risk that. So it's important to look at. Looking at the injuries for Chelsea, we're going with Ben Chilwell, N'Golo Kante is injured. I don't know if he. Thomas Tuchel said there might be a slight possibility that he could be back, but that's not going to happen probably. Kovacic is out, and it just looks like everyone else is ready and good to go. So. Moving on to the team that we have against Man United, I'm going to go for Edouard Mendy in goal, obviously. The back three, I'm going to go with Silva, Rudiger, and Christensen. I think he might want Christensen in there instead of Chalobah just for a bit more of experience, even though Chalobah is amazing and, you know, he looks like a player that's been in the first team for 20 years. But I think Christensen is going to get in there just to be more secure. On the right, obviously, James. And I think on the left, instead of going for Alonso, because we're going to have those counter attacks and those that kind of, you know, either from whoever they can interchange. I mean, Ronaldo interchanges with Sancho and Rashford and whoever else they play up front. So, you know, I think he's going to play Azpilicueta on the left. I think, you know, we might lose a bit on the attack because he's always going to have to come onto his right foot if he wants to shoot or anything. But I think Azpilicueta, and then in the center, Jorginho and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I think for me that would be the best pairing, would be those two. They're both, I mean, I think Ruben would maybe like to go forward more, so that works for him. That works for better for him if Jorginho is sitting, but we'll see how that goes. But I think those two would make a good pair. And then up front, I'm going to go with Timo, Mount, and Cho. I think Cho deserves to stay in the team. Ziyech, he did well against Juventus, but we need to see a bit more. So that's those three up front. I think that you know, that could be enough to kind of destabilize that United defense. You guys let me know what your front three is for the United game. I mean, you could add Ziyech in there, Pulisic, and so on and so forth. Let me know what you think. Kai Havertz is fit. Who knows? But that's the three that I'm going for. Let me know in the comments what you guys think and who you think Tuchel is going to start with against United. It's a big one. I definitely see Chelsea winning it unless a freak accident happens. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely Chelsea win, and we will see how it goes. Again, let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you after the match. Hopefully it's a good one. Please let it be a good one, and I am out. Peace.